Hi guys, today I'm going to be putting another Cetaphil cleanser to the test. This time it's going to be the Cetaphil Oily Skin Cleanser. And I will be putting this to the test for one entire week on my oily acne prone skin and honestly see what the results are. Now I'm really excited to try this out because not only is Cetaphil one of my favorite skincare brands out there, but on top of that, the people with my similar skin type seem to love this and the reviews all seem to be amazing. And now a little bit about this, Cetaphil actually claims on the bottle that this actually removes excess oil without drying. It has gentle foaming action and it is also soap free. So honestly, if this turns out to work, it's magic like it's supposed to. I honestly feel that this could be up there with one of my favorite foam cleansers out there. And on top of that, lastly, I want to say I have tried its contender, the CeraVe foaming cleanser, and I have of course made a video about it, so if you want to go watch it, Carter the Bear. But so I really want to see which compares best, if I maybe like this one more than that one. We don't know. So I'm really excited to try this out and I will take you guys with me, so don't worry. Let's get to experimenting, shall we? Okay, you guys, so it's day one. This is what my skin looks like. I do have a little bit of moisturizer. Trust me, it's not all grease and oil and sebum, please. However, what I want to see from this is first off the consistency and the smell. So here we go. Oh my god, it's clear. That is so pretty. Oh my god, I kind of like it, but I don't know how to describe it. You know what? It literally smells like soap mixed with candy of like youth. I don't know. It reminds me of my childhood for some reason. But anyways, as you can see, I'm also wearing mascara, so it'll be also interesting to see how well this cleanser takes off the mascara. It's feeling very nice on the skin. I have to say it's refreshing, but also moisturizing. I wasn't expecting this to be as moisturizing as it is. Let's see the mascara, how it takes it off. Okay, so not so well actually. But anyways, let's wash our face. My face is now all washed. I have to say, pay attention if it gets in your eyes because it does sting quite a bit. But honestly, my skin is feeling very moisturized and not tight at all, which is definitely a good sign because usually most foam cleansers are kind of stripping for your skin and they actually take a lot of the moisture out of your skin, so definitely this is a plus. And on top of that, guys, for any one of my makeup lovers who relies on their facial cleanser to remove the makeup, don't you worry because later on in this week in this video I will test out if this is actually good at removing the makeup. However, I don't think it will be. Anyways, you guys, my first impressions are definitely quite good. However, this is only day one, so of course we cannot come up with a judgment yet. Okay, girls, so it's day two. Now day one, the first impressions were actually quite good. However, as you guys know, to really understand if a product is actually good or not, we have to read the ingredient list and actually see what this cleanser is giving us and if the ingredients are actually any good. So first ingredient I see is actually glycerin. I then see glycerin palmitate, butylene glycol, and basically all these are just moisturizing and very hydrating, because the trick that I always told you guys, if you watch my channel and my video, you know whenever you see G-L-Y in any of the ingredients, that is basically glycerin based, therefore it's gonna be hydrating. I know, you're welcome. Then I see, sodium lauryl sulfate. Now guys, I'm actually really glad that Cetaphil went with this, and honestly I'm not surprised because Cetaphil is actually really good at formulating their products. But so the evil sister of sodium lauryl sulfate is actually sodium lauryl sulfate, and that is gonna really strip your skin and irritate your skin, whereas this one is a lot more gentle and nicer. So Cetaphil, props for that. Anyways, I then see glycerol coconut. Okay, so basically this is coconut based. Coconut is actually a really hydrating and moisturizing ingredient. It's actually really rich in moisture. However, it can also be pore clogging, especially for acne prone people like me. And then I also see castor oil, which this is another hydrating oil, but again, it can be pore clogging. Now, Cetaphil, I have a question. Looking at this ingredient list, I'm actually quite surprised because I'm not seeing any like salicylic acid, which usually most oil cleansers, like this one right here, foaming cleansers, they have some sort of salicylic acid in them, whereas this one, I'm basically seeing an ingredient list of a very hydrating and moisturizing cleanser, almost like the Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser or also the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. So that's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm not getting an oily skin vibe from this cleanser. So now, Cetaphil, you actually got me wondering what is in this that is actually going to help me reduce the sebum and oiliness in my skin. Anyways, guys, oh my god, I almost forgot to tell you, this is actually fragrance free, and you guys guys know, if you watch my channel, I hate fragrance in all my skincare. So Cetaphil, props to you for making this fragrance for you, because you guys, fragrance actually irritates and sensitizes your skin without actually giving you any benefits. Anyways, guys, this was day 2. This is what my skin looks like now. Honestly, on day 1, I had some really good prospects for this one. However, now I'm actually quite wondering if this could actually be fit for anyone with acne-prone, oily skin people. Maybe someone far worse than me, because right now I don't have any acne, and you know, I also don't have a lot of sebum. So if this could barely work for me, I'm wondering for anyone who's maybe going through a breakup right now, if this could do anything for them. Honestly, you guys, I don't know. Okay, guys, so it's day 4. This is what my skin is looking like. As you can see, there are no new pimples, so we are happy about that. However, these past days, I have been comparing this to the hydrating cleanser. As I've said, it's exactly the same. I haven't noticed a decrease in my oiliness in the skin, which really is supposed to be the main selling point of this cleanser, but I actually haven't seen any decrease, any change at all. I mean, it's only still day 4, so it might be too soon. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to try removing a full face of makeup with this cleanser. However, I'm wearing mascara just right now and it's still struggling so much, so I feel like there's not even any point in trying with that. It will just be a struggle. Anyways, you guys, this is day 4. My current mood and state with this cleanser is honestly meh. Like, it's not mind-blowing and it's not bad either. So honestly, I feel like I will need another 2-3 days to really group my thoughts together and then see. So keep on watching. Hi, Cetaphil. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, please take a seat now. Unfortunately, as you can see, I already have to put on my reading glasses, and that can mean only but one thing. There is gonna be a lot of reading that I have to do for you on your part. Unfortunately, yes, this is what today's session is gonna be. No, don't stress. Please, Cetaphil, sit down, chill. Let me remind you that this is a safe space. It's only me and you, so this will only be constructive criticism. Yes, take my hand, Cetaphil. I will lead you into making a better product next time. So anyways, when I first started using this cleanser, Cetaphil, the first thing that really popped was the ingredient list. Because when I first took a look at the ingredient list, how can I put this nicely so that I don't offend you? It really got me questioning as to if you know what a cleanser, what an oily skin cleanser truly is. Yes, I know, I'm sorry. It just reminds me so much of a hydrating cleanser. Even your very own gentle skin cleanser. And if we also look at the consistency, actually, you know what? Let me bring out Exhibit A. This is now turning up into a trial.
Electric chair.
I have exhibits for you, Cetaphil, so that I can really back up my claims. Hold up, let me go grab it. So this is the Gentle Skin Cleanser, also known as today's Exhibit A. And this is the Oily Skin Cleanser. Now, if I take a look at the ingredient list, there are so many ingredients that overlap and are contained in both. Which, I mean, is fine because most cleansers do have to contain the same ingredients. But also, this one doesn't have no salicylic acid, no AHA or BHA, which usually is what defines an oily skin foaming cleanser that is targeted for oily people or acne-prone skin people like this one. Also, the consistency, Cetaphil, is almost exactly the same. When I put this on, I really thought I was using my Gentle Skin Cleanser. It got me really tripping. You know what, Cetaphil? I actually have one little question for you, team. When you came up with this product, were you under effect of some, like, I don't know, let's name them Bluntisha and Weediana, if you know what I'm meaning? Cetaphil, what do you have to say? Oh, no, not now, don't you start crying. You know what? No, okay, I don't want you crying, so let me actually move on to my experience, because it was actually positive. It didn't cause me to break out, which, I mean, would have been kind of ironic if an oily skin cleanser would have caused me to break out, but it didn't, so you did good on that. Using this was actually quite a pleasant experience, because it was fairly nourishing, fairly moisturizing and hydrating. Now, in terms of oiliness of my skin, did this help with that? I really did not see any results happening. And mind you, I am kind of an oily skin person. I do produce a lot of sebum. Also, I have to remind you that I don't have any active breakouts or pimples right now. So mind you, my skin now, compared to other people with acne-prone oily skin, is in a lot better condition than for many other people. So here's my point. If it didn't work for me, or if I seen very little improvement, barely even noticeable, how would this work for someone who's far off worse in terms of their acne or oiliness than me? That's my question, because if I didn't see any results, would they? Cetaphil, see, this is why I think that this is just misleading over here. And now Cetaphil, don't worry, this was the hard part to get through. Now that it is all just a little bit better, it gets better, because you know that I always like to find the positive. So I actually came up with a new term over here, because y'all know that I like to coin new terms and come up with new things in skincare over here, and that is a transition cleanser. You know how there's people who have oily skin and acne prone skin. However, if you take a look at my skin, it is not breaking out right now. So I wouldn't need, for example, the strength of a CeraVe foaming cleanser, which that really strips your skin from your oils, and it really is good at fighting acne. However, if there is nothing to fight, then why are you using that for? If you're not going through a breakout and you still want something targeted for oily skin that is gonna do a little bit for you in terms of sebum, and you want a little bit of hydration like this provides, then this could be your best bet. Or also on the other side of the spectrum, you know how there's people with dry skin? Well, also this could be very nice for someone who has just a mild dryness and really just doesn't need a lot of hydration, like for example the Gentle Skin Cleanser by Cetaphil provides. Or also normal skin type people more prone to a little bit of oiliness could use this. So this is just basically for all the people who are just in the middle, who are there, who are undecided. It's basically for the bisexuals of skincare. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let me...
But yes, so actually the lesbians, I feel like they have a dry skin. On the other side of the spectrum, there's the gays, and that would be oily skin people. And then the bisexuals have normal skin because they're not one nor the other. They can't decide. And the straighties, where do the straighties fit in this? They dead. You know what? Maybe you died if you're a straight man. Of course you died because you didn't take care of your skin. We all know straight men usually never take care of the skin, unfortunately. Who knows why? And if you're a straight woman, then maybe you died because you were fighting with your girlfriend over the skincare that you should buy, and it got a little bit heated, so you all just yeah. Because see, a gay fight is a lot more different compared to a fight between straight women, and I'm talking bottom gays, by the way, mind you, because tops are a little bit more physical. But us bottoms, we're just a lot, very much like, it's a lot of just hand movement, sassiness, just oh no, you did, ma'am, please excuse me. See, it's a lot of this. We don't actually get to, you know, touching and grabbing and pulling because we're weak. We're weak. It's just a lot of show here.
This bitch just wants some camera time. She's desperate for attention. But I don't like drama, you know? I'm all about sex. It's much better. At least you're not hurting anybody.
But anyways, going back to the plot of this, I, for example, will continue using this because this is just a very hydrating and very nice but lighter version of this, as I said multiple times. So maybe in the summer where I don't need that much of hydration, she's playing up a bit, you know, she's trying to be oily, she's trying to give me a hard time while I'm at the beach. Well, I never go to the beach because there's, you know, the sun and that's scary, but I want it to be normal, okay? If I were to go to the beach, I would be using this. And so it's really that good spot in the middle that it's juicy, you can just taste it. The flavor, it's just good. Maybe with a little bit of ketchup on it. Oh, I'm also tasting honey now. Oh, that's good.
The flavor, oh my god, it's so real, like.
And now a very quick, just few honorable mentions because I do want to give you props. Cetaphil never disappoints me when it comes to the formulas. So this is actually amazing formula for a hydrating cleanser because it is fragrance free, it is paraben free, it is soap free, it is gentle. And so now the question arises that you've all been waiting for. Mateo, will you be using this once this experiment this week is over? I kind of already answered the question, but the answer is yes. And so you know that I'm actually going to recommend it to you. So I bought this from Amazon for $8 90 Royal British pounds or around that number. This was for 8 fluid ounces for American folks out there, or for my British blokes. This was actually 236 mLs, yes ma'am. And actually, in my experience, this would probably run you a good 3 months, sis. So actually, you know your girl has always got you covered, sis. She has got your back. The girl is me. Because I have found the cheapest bar listing that I could find both from Amazon US and Amazon UK, and I linked it down below in the pinned comment. So if you are considering of buying it, if you want to buy it, I made it real easy. All you gotta do is click that link. But anyways, girl, if you are still watching, let me drop this down because now it's time to get serious. One-on-one, not with you, Cetaphil. Please step out of the scene. Now I'm talking to my randoms over here. If you are still watching, ma'am, that probably means that you really enjoy this kind of review. Then why don't you consider maybe subscribing and turn the bell icon so you don't miss any of my uploads? Because, ma'am, let me tell you real quick right now, if you are into skincare, if you want to learn more about what your skin needs, if you are struggling with acne, maybe I went through that very stressfully in my teenage years. If you are struggling with wrinkles, unfortunately, I'm in my 20s and already I'm starting to see them. I also give you tips about anti-aging because you already know this girl is crazy about it. So honestly, we would love to have you part of the random family. And also, by the way, quick little mention, if you also want to maybe connect a little bit more on a deeper level, just one-on-one maybe, then why don't you consider following me also on my Instagram? Because a sister be acting up over there. Yes, she is very crazy, and that translates also to her Instagram. If you want to talk, if you have some issues, personal, DM me over there. We would love to talk to you. I'm talking in plural because it's me and my multiple personalities in my head. But anyways, to my randoms watching, my regular subscribers, y'all know what time of the video it is now. Sis, it's time for the Italian word of the video. And since this video was all about this oily skin cleanser by Cetaphil, the Italian word of the video is going to be olio, which is oil in English. So basically the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, which by the way, we invented Italians. That is called extravergine olio di oliva. So that the cooking oil, it's olio, but also olio, se la hai la pelle oliosa. You have oily skin, pelle oliosa. I don't know if you're ever gonna use that in a conversation because who honestly talks like normal daily life? Oh yes, I have very oily sebaceous glands. You want to see them? Yeah, that never happens. But girl, I am so sorry. I am blabbering way too much. Let me just wrap this up. Sis, you're about to click on this video. Rightfully so, because it's ending. However, why would you not consider watching one of my videos? I just know that these videos right here, they're quite cute and enticing and inviting, but they're never gonna be as funny, as informative, and as pretty as my face and as these two videos. But oh, remember to be random and always be random. Yes, wake up, sis, and watch them 2 videos, though. Why you still doing it, bitch? See, this is how a gay fight will go on. Just watch them, please. I just need to stop talking.